It's Monday, February 27th, 2012. It's the 404 Show on CNET TV. I'm Jeff Bakalar.
I'm Bridget Carey.
And I'm Justin Yu. This is the show where we're covered in scorpions. What? It's kind of a bizarre show.
Are we, though?
Today. I mean, without the reference. I think it was Flutter Guy in the chat room. There was a weird echo before in the pre-show.
Yeah.
And Flutter Guy made an amazing reference to the original 1995 X-Men animated series where I think it was the Morlocks episode.
Wow,
I'm really
you know the
nerding out
details.
right now, but
You know
I think
fine
she
details.
hypnotized Wolverine into thinking that he was covered in scorpions.
Covered in scorpions.
Covered in
Oh,
scorpions.
Wolverine, you're just as vulnerable as we thought you were.
So good.
We got Bridget Carey on the show today. What's up, Bridget?
What's up? Good to be here.
How are you?
Doing great.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Awesome. It's a pleasure for us as well. So everyone is being pleasured right now.
Richard, gross. Richard is back as well. Helping us
Yeah.
out, switching
Love that.
Video.
Thanks, man. We
Thanks,
appreciate
dude.
you doing this.
Yeah.
We know you don't have to.
Yeah, I
But
like
thank you
doing
for
it.
choosing us.
Thanks for
Just saw
lying
my
as well.
face for a couple seconds because I pushed the wrong button.
You're allowed to show
fine.
your face if you want to do that. You can.
You can.
If
Don't
wanna
be
pipe
afraid,
in.
man. You're
Yeah.
here.
Hey.
All right?
There you go.
All right. I'm getting used to that. I'm loving it.
Jeff, I'm looking at a very cool photo that you took and put up on Twitter over the weekend. Kind of want to call you a phony, though, for saying that you spotted this 404 sticker in the wild at Windham Mountain while you were skiing.
I'm not a phony.
Yeah, but in the wild meant that you just put it up there yourself.
Technically, I did see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did see it after
After
peeling off the
someone might
backing
have.
and putting it on the pole.
Hey, however it got there's none of my business.
Okay, all right.
But I went skiing this weekend at Windham Mountain, and it was delightful.
Yeah.
I was, and we talked earlier in the pre-show. Apparently, you're not.
I haven't skied in a
frequent
really
skier.
long time, but I feel like the window of opportunity to do that at my age is getting
No, what are you talking?
smaller
I'm
and
2 years
smaller.
older than you.
I'm saying to snowboard. Skiing, maybe, but, no one
All right.
wants to
It's
see a
much easier to
30-year-old
break
guy
things the
learning how to
older we
snowboard.
get.
Yeah, dude, don't worry about it. If
Yeah.
you want to snowboard.
Okay.
If you want to ride your bike down the mountain,
With
do
snowboards on the wheels?
it. Do it. Whatever you want to do.
If I want to play ski-free at home instead of going to the actual mountain,
Oh,
I'm going to do that. You remember that game?
Wow.
Where the abominable
I
snowman would come out
know.
and eat you?
Take me back, man.
What I don't understand
Yeah.
are the people who are in snowshoes walking up the mountain like that's something to do.
Okay.
What
Oh,
do
like
you-
hiking?
Yeah. No,
Oh.
don't do that. I don't know. I just don't get that.
Yeah.
You're here. There's all these amenities available to you, and you decide to put tennis rackets on
I was
your
gonna
feet
say that.
and walk up the mountain. I'm sorry. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe if you're walking up and then skiing down, that sounds maybe it's pretty. That's you're stretching out your day there.
Right.
But at least you're coming down and a lot of. But walking up, man, I just don't get people who do
So
that.
tell me the truth. What colored diamond
Oh,
slope
we
were
do.
you on?
I did them all. I just don't do double blacks. I do
That's
black.
the crazy one, right?
Yeah, those are the ones that are just like, hey, nice knowing you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people die on those.
So what's
No.
the beginner one? What's the
Here
beginner?
it goes green, blue, and then black diamond, and double black.
Okay.
I stay away from double blacks. I do everything else. though.
Yeah.
I do regular black, blues. I like blues the best.
Very cool.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it was fun. I love it. I'm just sore. Everything's.
Yeah.
Even my fingers hurt.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
glad that
why
you
my
got
fingers
active
hurt?
over
So
the
if I've
weekend.
never done it, what's better for me to try first?
Green.
Skiing or the snowboarding or
I would say you should try skiing first. Skiing
Okay.
is just, I think, easier, and I think Richard can attest to that. Skiing's easier.
Yeah, I think skiing is easier to learn.
Have you snowboarded as
I've
well?
snowboarded once.
And it wasn't
I
fun.
didn't. No,
You're on
it
your
was
ass.
too hard.
You're on your ass all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have a hard time balancing
Yeah.
with one foot facing
Right.
one way. I like both feet facing the same
Of
way.
course, and that's understandable because when you're on a snowboard, you have to trust physics a lot. You have to just put it past yourself that, you know what? I'm leaning over and it feels like I'm going to fall, but gravity and kinetic energy will take their course and do what they have to do. And the edges and stuff, it's scary if you don't trust yourself. That's why learning young is so important, because when you're young, you have no fear.
and falling, you're not going to hurt as much because you're shorter.
What's
and-
gonna happen? You're just a 40-pound ball of mush. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
exactly.
You ain't gonna hurt yourself. You know what I have noticed though? Everyone's wearing a helmet now.
Oh, really?
Everyone wears a helmet, as did I. which
Yeah, I remember you showed
definitely
me a
should.
helmet that had an MP3 player and headphones
Right.
built right into it so you could listen to
For
music.
sure. Everyone on the mountain's wearing helmets.
That's good.
And I think that's the smartest. And I've been on mountains now for 15 years.
Right.
And in the beginning, that was a rarity. Now everyone has them, which is great.
Did you wear like the full face hockey mask? Like
No,
on the
and
slopes? That's what I would do.
And actually, my nose is a little red.
Yeah.
From getting sunburn, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I usually wear like a scarf over my face and then the goggles.
right.
But didn't do it.
Yeah.
And then I look like
You
Rudolph.
should know better than that by now.
I know. This
Sun's
is
your
like
mortal
a smaller,
enemy. I don't know why.
This is like a smaller mountain. I wasn't expecting crazy conditions, but it was
Right.
beautiful yesterday, and I just got blasted in the face.
Yeah.
I've never
that's
worn a helmet.
awesome.
skiing.
You got it, man.
I
No,
know.
it's time for you to do that.
I'll start now.
Yeah, you got to do
But,
it.
yeah.
Even if you're just renting a helmet, do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right? Look at me and promise
Okay.
me.
I promise.
All right, that's all I want to hear.
Well, while you were out skiing, enjoying the outdoors, I was inside with 200 nerds at this aviary photo hackathon.
Really?
Have you heard about like these kinds of things? So like
No.
Aviary is this website that lets you do online photoshopping tools.
Okay.
It's really cool. So it sort of democratizes the whole photo editing experience. And every couple months they throw this thing called a photo hackathon. It's where like 200 companies will release the APIs to their applications online.
Okay.
Like things like Aviary and FaceMatch.com.
Right.
Things like that. They'll release these APIs and invite developers to come and build applications over the course of 2 days. And then at the end of that, they'll invite them to come to a showcase
really cool.
and display everything they made.
Right.
So I attended one of these things because one of my buddies works at Aviary.
Right.
And,
I remember your friend.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really cool. So one of the best things I saw there was this thing called the X Remover. And the idea is that, when you go on trips to like Paris,
Sure.
whatever, you want to remember those trips, but if you break up with the person you went with, maybe you want to keep the photos but not remember that person's face.
Interesting you bring that very situation up.
Yeah, so why? Because you just went on a ski trip?
I'm
with
just
your
no,
wife?
I'm saying like because I just got my wedding album back.
Oh, right.
And some people who were in that wedding
You don't want to see.
are not together anymore.
Yeah, so it's cool. They
weird.
could use this thing. So
Yeah.
basically what it does, it uses
Erases them
Face.com's
from
API.
existence.
Yeah, it
erases
really
them from
does.
this.
So it like
That's pretty
analyzes the
The hand
faces of
starts to disappear
everyone
first.
Yeah,
in the
it's like-
photo.
yeah.
And then it like goes online and matches that face. Uses recognition to
Right.
find other faces of models that look like the person.
Sure.
And then replaces all of them
Why don't they
in
just
the pictures.
go
So,
into the past and kill them?
that could work too.
Stop the
I just don't
parents from
understand.
being-
Technology has
like,
been invented
let's
yet.
just, I mean, come on. You talk about a real Photoshop. That's the
Right.
right way to do it, I think. I'm sorry.
This is cool though, because then it looks like you went on a trip with a model instead of this ex-girlfriend beast you went with.
right. It
Right. No one
changes
wants to
this-
remember
it
that.
changes the past.
It's pretty cool. So stuff like that, I think, is pretty interesting.
All right, so that's cool. So you
Yeah.
did that this weekend.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Last night was the Oscars. Did everyone watch the Oscars?
I watched
did
pieces
not.
of it.
Yeah. Did you like the pieces you saw?
I saw the end mostly, and I saw Billy Crystal's intro.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah,
but
I re-
a little on the tame side. But
Sure. I like Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
It's just something a little awkward about him now.
Really?
Well, I didn't think he was going to be one of the guys to do all like the plastic surgery sort of thing. And you can tell he looks a
Oh.
little artificial.
I was
Right.
thinking that. I was
Right?
like, he
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
look like he aged, and it's a little.
It's just weird. That's not
Yeah.
City Slickers, a Billy Crystal over there. City Slickers Billy Crystal was like healthy looking,
Right.
like this guy's just looks like plasticky.
I was also watching clips of it because I didn't get to catch it live last
Yeah.
night. But did he dress up in blackface to do a Sammy
Yeah.
Davis Jr. skit?
Yeah.
Well, he's been doing Sammy Davis for years when he
Right.
was on SNL in the
Yeah.
80s.
That doesn't
So
seem
for
right.
him, it was
Well-
like what he's known for.
I feel like
Right.
he would rationalize it by saying he was a Jew also. So
Okay,
he would,
right.
but that's still not cool.
Yeah. Wait, Sammy Davis Jr. was a
I
Jew?
believe so. Wasn't
I'm
he Jewish?
surprised
Or he
people are
converted
reacting
to
to it.
Judaism.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I was surprised because I grew up watching a lot of old SNL, so it didn't faze me. But then it was
Yeah.
online; everyone was going on about it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and listen to chat room go. Am I the only one that dislikes Billy Crystal? I think so. I don't really dislike him.
No, how could
He's
you
a
not?
lovable guy.
He's lovable.
He's been around forever.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't done a lot of stuff lately. But him coming back to I don't know. It was
Right.
just weird. It was like, man, you're the same Billy Crystal from 1987,
Right.
and you're doing the same shtick.
And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of young people watching the show just
Right.
didn't know who the guy was
Exactly.
if they haven't seen his
Which
80s
is sad,
movies.
I think. Which
Yeah.
is sad. It's like bringing John Lovitz out.
Right.
No one would have any idea who John Lovitz
And
is.
I'm reaping all the benefits.
Yeah, exactly. They're more worried about like remaking the Matrix movie,
Right,
or something
exactly.
like that. And I can't wait till they do that.
Yeah.
yeah. No, Billy Crystal's he definitely has his place in Hollywood.
So
for sure.
were there any big surprises or disappointments for the awards?
Surprised that anyone won an Oscar because
Okay.
movies this year sucked.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm interested in seeing the artist, but
Yeah,
when it comes out.
I'll see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
You know?
that was supposed to rake in
It
a lot
won
of
Best
awards. Did
Picture.
you get a
That
lot?
was no
Okay.
surprise. I mean, you knew they're going to do something different, so they're going to get rewarded for it.
Right.
I don't know. Woody Allen won for Best Original Screenplay for Midnight in Paris.
Yeah.
It was good. I enjoyed the movie. I don't know if it was,
What's
Oscar.
bad is that I have judgments on these movies that I haven't seen. Like, I completely judge them by whether I would want to see it or not.
Right.
Midnight in Paris.
that doesn't deserve anything.
But I'm really excited that, like, the Muppets won for song. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
What's
nice.
his face? Brett McKenzie
Yeah.
from Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah, okay.
Won an Oscar. That was cool.
I heard that Trent Reznor didn't get nominated for the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo score. I thought that was supposed to be like a shoe-in.
Yeah, I don't know.
That and then Drive wasn't also nominated. Weird.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You make a
Not cool.
black and white movie, you win an Oscar. That's what it works. I
That's
don't
the
know.
formula. Did you guys catch the pre-shows, like the red carpets? And
I
all
did a
that?
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything cool happened with that?
Well, you heard about the Ryan Seacrest thing.
I did. I saw that. Not funny. I didn't. think
And
it was
we're personally afflicted by that just because of him being a former CNET alumni.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't think a lot
So-
of people know that.
No,
right?
yeah,
people
Ryan
don't know
Seacrest
that.
used to work at CNET.
He did.
Did he do first look videos?
I don't
Did
know.
he start as a gorilla?
He
like,
was.
like-
He started a podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what happened, but Sacha Baron Cohen was
Right.
in the Dictator outfit.
Yeah.
That new movie he's got
and he
coming
knew
out.
he had to. What they are saying, no, he can't come on the red carpet unless he promises not to be the dictator.
Yeah.
But then he had
And
to.
then he did it,
Yeah.
and that was that. And he he said he had Kim. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
he said
Kim
he had Kim
Jong-il's
Jong-il's
ashes.
ashes, and he poured them all
And
over
dumped it
Seacrest.
all. Poor Seacrest.
Turned
I
out
feel
to
bad for
be-
that guy. I like.
If
Ryan
anyone
Seacrest.
asks you what
I
you're
do.
wearing, you're wearing Kim Jong Un.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
that's
Stupid.
that's not bad, man.
Who did the prank thing better, Sacha Baron Cohen or Tom Green?
What did Tom Green do?
Just pranks in general.
Was he?
Who
Tom
do you
Green
think was
was-
a better prankster?
Oh, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, I
You think
mean,
Sacha Baron
like
Cohen?
when you watch the HBO Borat,
Yeah.
that's. I mean, he got some people. He really shows the true side of like
Right.
real, dirty sort of places in America.
Right.
You know
and
what
he
I
makes
mean?
fun of people that should be made fun
Of course.
I like that.
He makes fun of people who are ignorant and racist.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Anything else cool happened at the Oscars? Nip slips? I saw like a J-Lo nip slip
I mean,
controversy. That didn't
I don't
really
think it was
happen, though.
fully out.
Yeah, I didn't see. There was no fully.
It wasn't like the groundhog came out.
Yeah,
It was
no.
just more like the chance of it.
Right. I did my research.
you have the official like yes or no on
Yeah,
that.
no, I
and
got
it's a
my-
complete no. You like wave it off. No
Got
goal.
my Google notification for nip slip.
They went to
J-Lo. It
instant
wasn't.
replay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't see
You
it.
challenged the ruling on the field.
All right, so maybe we should get into a little bit of news.
Yeah.
Get off this nip slip thing.
So what's going on in the world is Mobile World Congress is going on in Barcelona,
Right.
Spain.
Smartphone World Expo. Pretty much.
Mageddon.
Yeah.
And apparently the big news from there is that quad core is the wave of the future in terms of Android cell phones. Am I right in saying that? Britt, you're the news expert here. Am I?
I'm the expert.
You are the expert. I just read headlines.
Yeah, quad core. Everyone's talking about that.
Yeah.
LTE, and I'm looking at the names of some of these new phones, and I think we went from this era of everything was very empowering, and you just felt so great having your hero or your
Right.
epic, and now it's
Yeah.
all letters. It's-
Really?
Yeah, it's the 1X, the 1S, the 1V, or the Xperia PU.
Wait, is that a real thing?
Yeah.
That's interesting
yeah,
because
it's like
Ooh.
the P and the U.
Yeah.
I
We
just like to say PU.
That's we were talking about this last week. We were saying, TV manufacturers should adopt the nomenclature that cell phone manufacturers have sort of evolved into in calling phones words,
Right.
verbs,
They're
sort
trying
of.
to get them under one family. Really, it's the HTC One X, the One S. It's kind of playing off a Samsung Galaxy, and it's the Samsung Galaxy Blank.
Right.
And you always remember to go to that brand, and whatever kind of flavor it is, you figure it out, I guess.
Yeah.
And they're trying to, I think, copy that success.
Right.
Okay, that's interesting.
But to me, the letters after it just kind of become nothing. I don't
yeah.
know.
Right. It's a little bit more difficult to understand. But Sony, I like that they just do single letters, right? So it's Sony Xperia P
Yeah.
or Sony Xperia U. Like that seems a little easier to understand.
That will dry out
Yeah.
soon as well.
Bridget, tell us about the Samsung Galaxy Beam, though. This is something that I'm kind of interested
Yeah,
in.
this sounds
Yeah,
cool.
Samsung pulled out a cool card by showing a smartphone, the Beam, that has a projector built into
What?
it. I
Look
mean,
at that. That thing looks really
it's
cool.
on the top. Yeah, they said with the first look of it in a dark room, the CNET editors were saying it looked like a good quality. Of course, there's no facts on availability or price. There never really is on these first days. But
Right.
it's pretty. It's kind of like an interesting gimmick. They said they're not targeting business though. They're targeting like young consumers who just want to show off videos and
Right.
photos to friends.
Right.
At least that's the impression that seemed to be in the atmosphere. That
Think
it wasn't
about
a business
all the
use.
amazing applications for this, though.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking in the most perverse sense of things
You
possible.
could really mess with your teacher's class.
You know,
Had a
like I'm
projector
just
and all
What
that.
perverse things are you imagining?
So like your teacher's up in front of the class.
Yeah.
And
oh no.
and she's wearing a
Oh,
white
yeah.
blouse or whatever.
okay.
Right?
Okay.
So you just project something amazing onto her. I mean,
Under her,
I-
whatever.
like I'm just thinking
Sure.
of like that scene in Ace Ventura 2.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Wait, which
when
one?
they're in the projection room and he's just playing her. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Right.
The possibilities are endless with this thing.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, here's a picture of my niece and I'm just going to project on the wall. Fine.
Yeah.
But come on, man. It's time to have some fun, I think.
It's gonna be really weird to see a bunch of crazy people just staring at what looks like a normal wall, but
Right.
then if you go up closer, they're
Right.
actually projecting a photo onto
Right.
it, right? Like a brick wall or something.
I think a great idea for a commercial for me, and this is something that I would instantly relate to. I'm walking down the street and I just see a guy on this, like on the side of the corner, right? And he's projecting Slingbox onto a blank wall because he
Right.
wants to watch the end of a game.
Right.
That's kind of cool.
And
to
then
me.
everyone will gather
And then
around.
there's a
him,
gathering.
And then the police come and lock them all up.
I just
for
wrote your
copyright
commercial, Samsung. So you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that to me is really cool.
Yeah.
But does it work with any sort of video out? Like, can you
It says
project anything that's
it
on
says
screen?
it's going to project the exact screen. Yeah.
So it'll just mirror whatever's
Yeah.
on the screen. That's really cool. And I'm sure the resolution is going to be better.
It's got to be
then,
good if they're going
right?
to come out with it. They're not going to.
That's
Really cool. I don't know. I wonder how much energy it takes. I wonder how it must kill the battery.
Here's one I don't get.
Okay.
So Nokia comes out with a camera phone or a phone that has a camera, 41 megapixels.
What?
What?
41? 4-1?
Not
Not
4.1?
I'm not missing a point.
Really? That seems like way too many megapixels. The regular consumer cameras don't
That
even
is
go
What
up
good
that
is
high.
that
insane.
doing except for just marketing
And killing
yeah.
the onboard storage or your memory card.
There should be a printer embedded into that phone so
Right.
that you can immediately print out those high resolution
41.
pictures.
What is this for? The billboard
It's called
maker?
the Pure View.
Wow. Is that a game changer?
No.
No, that's a stunt.
That is a stunt.
Well, here it is. This is a
It's a game ender is
view
what
of
it
the
is.
Pure View 808.
Look at that thing.
41 megapixels.
It almost looks like you have to bring along this attachment
It's ridiculous.
to carry all the phone. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right. What is anything else of note coming out of MWC? Is what the
It's going to happen. It's going to be all week long, and we're going to get lots more every day as
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's apparently more coming out from Samsung too.
It seems like the trend though is to have just larger physical displays though.
Oh,
right?
they're
Like
getting
on
so
each phone
big.
they're like 4.7. I'm looking at this LG Optimus 4X HD.
Yeah.
Worst name ever. It has a 4.7 inch HD display. They're all at least 4 inches. I don't know if that's where the trend should be
Yeah,
going.
in fact, I
It's a
saw one where
lot.
it's like the smaller 4-inch model. I'm like,
Yeah.
4 inches is now the smaller model.
But you
Right.
know what? I don't know. I think and this is why I think the next iPhone is going to have a huge screen. I go back from my Galaxy Nexus to someone's iPhone. I'm just like, what is this?
I feel like
Yeah.
a giant.
What is
yeah.
this? What is this? A little kid's phone that you found on the playground? Come on.
I do like the larger screen. I don't know about 4.5 inches or,
Right.
or getting up to 5 inches.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we're doing more media and surfing the web more as our one device,
Right.
it is comfortable to look at longer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading about the Samsung Galaxy
Note.
3 or
Oh.
S3,
Okay.
which is supposed to have a 1080p resolution on a 4.8 inch screen.
Ridiculous.
That is mind blowing.
Yeah.
And is it me or is the evolution or the sort of like proportionality of where phones and their speed sort of like line up? That is just quicker than anything.
Yeah.
I remember even with like personal computers, it just took a while. You know,
Yeah.
things. It would go 16 megabytes of RAM. Then you had
Right.
32, and now they're like single core, dual core, quad
Yeah.
core within 18 months. It just blows my mind.
Seems like there's a disparity between what these two industries want. Like laptops are getting smaller, tablets are getting smaller, but then phones are getting bigger. At what point are they just going to meet in the middle and just finally decide on what size we should all be using for this one device?
And it'll be the Galaxy Note, like
Yeah.
you said, and that's it.
Yeah, totally. I wonder what the sweet spot is.
I don't know. Also, out of the Congress there was an unbelievable stat that I thought was worth sharing with everybody. Android operating systems see 850,000 activations a day.
Jeez.
Think about that. How many new phones?
Yeah.
I guess it's people switching over to Google or whatever it is. That's a lot. 850,000 a day. That's
I wonder
up
what that is
from-
compared to iPhones.
I don't know. It's up from 700,000 in January. So there's a little food for thought.
Yeah.
Really cool.
You're included in that list of people.
Well, not really. I've had an Android phone for a while now.
Right, right.
But it's pretty impressive. Let's talk about Facebook and text messages. This is a scary headline.
Yeah, speaking of
Scare me.
Android, this
Scare
is
me.
something that's affecting this community here. So over the weekend, the London Sunday Times, they reported that Facebook has admitted to reading text messages as part of a trial program. I guess in the future, they're going to be planning to offer SMS messaging embedded in their app.
Okay.
So right now, they're testing that out. Part of that trial to launch their own messaging service involves looking at users' text messages that download their Facebook application to their Android phones. And, a lot of those publications have contacted Facebook. They released a statement admitting to it. And, I think this is more of a reason why Obama's privacy policy last week should definitely be happening soon so that companies can't do this, or you should be able to opt out
They
of it.
gotta let you know that they're doing stuff like
Yeah,
this.
that's true. Well, apparently there is a, there was a disclaimer when you check out the terms of service agreement in the beginning, but no one reads
no
that
one
stuff.
reads
We've talked
that.
about this before.
That's the next sort of legality that needs to
Right.
be.
Yeah. Say up
explored.
front, we're not going to read the 20 pages, but say up front, here are the things that are changing.
Right.
right.
No one's ever come out and said, look, terms of service are nonsense. Who's going to read literally 15,000 words on what exactly is going on? Someone needs to either like bullet point it or make it digestible in a way that I can see it,
Right.
understand it, and then move on.
I make it a law that it has to be
This
really
whole-
easy to digest.
Exactly. This whole fine print BS is it's too much.
Yeah.
It's like at the end of those radio commercials where you hear a guy speaking a mile a minute.
Right.
And you're like, what the hell is he saying? Who knows what's going to happen to me
Right.
if I hit OK?
And then apps get updated all the time so much to where there are like pages and pages
It's
of
ridiculous.
new features and upgrades, and no one reads that stuff. They just hit the upgrade
And you know
button.
who does it the worst? It's starting to piss me off. Sony does it with their PlayStation stuff, right? When you want to install the new version of the firmware for PlayStation 3,
Right.
you got to flip through an entire freaking thing,
Right.
and no one does that. Who the hell want? You got to scroll down till it says accept. You're like, okay, finally, after 40,000 words, I can play Twisted Metal or
And there's
whatever
only
it is.
one verb change on line 6 of
Yeah.
page 32.
Exactly, it's
But
ridiculous.
I would play devil's advocate here and ask if it's the consumer's responsibility to read it, just like they would with
Oh, it-
ingredients on the side of a package before they eat themselves to
But
death.
there's a lot of less ingredients on
Or-
the side of a package than
Right.
there are.
There's a reasonable expectation, I think. I don't think it's too much to ask to say, why are you changing? What is the update?
Yeah, what's the highlights?
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
That's what I feel
What
like
of my
Google
information
is
is
sort of
being
trying to
released?
do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, their new privacy policy that's taking effect March 1, they've been blasting every time you go check your Gmail. Blast you. Look, we're changing stuff. Click this, and it gives you a decent summary of what exactly is happening. They're being as transparent as I guess we would like them to be. So I don't know. I would like that trend to be universal. We only have a few minutes today because we have to end a little early. There's a few other shows coming in after us. But let's get to some calls from the public quick.
Time to show the love.
Call me.
866-404-CNET.
404.
So everyone's still calling up about episode 1000.
right.
So do you want to play like maybe one or two? of
Yeah, we have a
those?
couple emails about the 1,000.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Did you get a cookie?
I did.
Dude, those were banging.
I ate cookies for breakfast, lunch, and
Cookies
dinner
for
over the weekend.
breakfast.
Nice.
Sorry.
That was pretty
Commercial
good. That was
reference.
pretty
I forgot
good.
about that.
I brought them up
Cookie Crisp?
skiing, right?
Yeah.
I brought like 12 of them, and we have 10 left over
Right.
because that's how hard it is to eat these things. All right, let's get to this first one.
Hey, Hey guys, it's Larissa from Houston. I was just calling to congratulate you on your 1,000th episodes. I know that was last Friday, but I also knew that you would get a whole lot of voicemails and emails, and
She's
I wanted
right.
mine to be special.
Aw.
Strategy. Anyway, I just wanted to call and say thanks for all the entertainment and the news-ish that you provide. I've been listening for a couple of years. It was actually an ex-boyfriend who got me hooked on the show, and I've just loved listening to y'all. Jeff, with your sarcasm, it's great, and little peacemaker Justin, always very sweet and adorable. So thanks, and here's to 1,000 more.
You're adorable.
I am adorable. Not the
You're
first
just
time I've heard
adorable.
that. I'm the yang to your yin.
I love that she, I don't love that she broke up with this guy, but I
No.
love that she didn't break up with us.
Exactly. Like
You know what I
I like
mean?
that she liked us enough to where it wouldn't remind her of
Right.
him.
She won us in the breakup,
Yeah.
in the settlement.
It's good. And let me reference X Remover again if you have photos that you want to eliminate. him
Change
from.
your whole photographic life.
Right.
We got a lot of these. Let's go to Arizona.
Hey guys, it's Phoenix from Joe, that gay guy from Arizona. I wanted to
Okay.
congratulate you guys on 1,000 episodes.
Mm.
Sometimes I didn't even think you guys were going to make it there because you're always so kind of casual about the future of the show and unsure about things.
Yeah.
And it's really sad to see that Wilson left, but he's going to go on to do great things, and that's totally awesome. So I think the future is bright for you guys. I've been listening since late 2008 into 2009, so a couple of years, and you've been the longest podcast I've really listened to continuously because I think you guys are just truly, truly awesome. You guys were part of the inspiration for me to become a podcast myself and eventually build a business out of it. So
Whoa,
thank you. Good luck in the future. I'm going to keep listening. And
that's awesome.
You just changed that man's life.
We changed his
cool.
life, and apparently you can make money off podcasting. Let us know how you
Yeah. Call back. I'm genuinely curious.
do. Free advice? What do you think? Let us know.
Yeah.
We would love to know. Let's switch to emails now.
Yes.
Andrew from New Bedford says, Happy 1000th episode. I've been listening for about 2 years now, and I'm still amazed how you guys seem to make me laugh every day. I look forward to the next few thousand episodes. People are just really, really, really optimistic about
Yeah.
stuff. Anyway, we got to look at this attached image. This is unbelievable.
That's
This
funny.
is, I guess, what a sample of
U porn.
of Justin U
So
porn.
we talked about the U porn emails getting released last year with their usernames,
Oh, jeez.
and they were saying U porn would be a good name for my
like
website.
Justin
Yeah.
U.
Yucca yucca. So here it is.
What's
Happy
featured on
1000.
YouPorn?
Cats, more cats, and Lady Gaga. I like that.
Local singles want you. I love it. It's pretty good. And it says at the bottom, categories.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very adorable. A lot of clever wordplay there.
It's pretty good. Let's put that in the show notes today.
Yeah.
I would really enjoy that. if
Oh,
you could
I
do
wanted
that.
to read this other email. So we have listeners from all over the globe. We got
Do.
listeners in Jamaica and other places. Anyway, we have a new listener from Cardo from Estonia.
Oh, nice.
He's been listening for a while, but he just wanted to email us to congratulate us on our 1000th episode. He says it happened on the same day as Estonian Independence Day. That's February 24th.
Oh, nice.
I think it's just great because the amount of candy you had was enough for 2 celebrations. He's like, I love the show. I sometimes watch your episodes up to a week later, but I rarely completely miss them. So good job, and hello from Estonia.
Sweet.
Do you know where Estonia is? I had to Google it.
No.
Yeah, it's above Latvia,
I was
below
saying like
Finland.
in like Europe somewhere.
Right. Yeah. Like Eastern Europe.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
See? Google is good for something.
That's tough, man. I would totally fail on where in the world is Carmen San
Yeah.
Diego and that end of the round thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the stick.
Like
and
I
the
could have
running.
done, yeah. When they're running around with those little like red velvet pole
Right.
stompers, I would eat it.
Did you guys ever memorize Wacko's World from Animaniacs? You remember that? Where
Oh,
he was in front of
yes.
a map
Yeah,
and he had a
it's
rhyme?
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. How could any kid follow that? I mean, any human.
Oh, I memorized it when I was a kid.
It's tough.
But I couldn't tell
Tape
you
it on
where
the
they were
VHS
on the,
and
on the
rewind.
map.
Rewind.
Yeah, exactly.
On Friday, we had our buddy from Hawaii 1. Is that the
Yep,
name of the
that was
email?
Aaron from Hawaii.
Aaron, he goes, oh, I sent you that calendar Where is it? Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I found it.
Wow.
Here
and you
it
washed
is.
it off too.
And I cleaned it up.
Justin.
This is seriously the most safe for work photo we can show.
I can't believe you've been holding that out on me for the last 3
I mean,
months. It's
I
February now. That's
Dude,
2 months wasted.
I don't want to, with Bridget here, we can't even open this up.
No,
This
but-
is intense, what's going on here. So, Anthony, right? That was his name?
His name was Aaron.
I'm sorry, Aaron. Thank you so much, dude.
Yes.
And maybe we'll put this up behind Richard or something. I don't know.
But that means we'll also have to take it down after our podcast.
It's just
every
going to
morning.
be bad news, but we appreciate that.
Yes.
So that's a lot of fun. And, Justin's super grateful. We
Absolutely.
appreciate
I
that.
do forget what month it is very often.
Yes,
so
you
I'll be
do. So
looking
you
at it a
must
lot.
consult the calendar.
Yes, thank you, Aaron.
The dates are this big on that thing. I'm telling you, they're tiny. Bridget Carey, thank you for being here.
It's good to be here. Yeah.
Always a pleasure. I'm sure you'll be back. And where can people find you on the Twitters?
Oh, on the Twitters, it's Bridget Carey.
On the Twitters? Oh, on that Twitter thing there?
Bridget Carey. Okay, cool. That's with one R, right, in the last name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Make sure you follow her and keep watching Loaded every single day.
Cool.
All right. That's going to do it for us. 866-404-CNET is the number to call. I believe Peter Ha's going to be here tomorrow.
Ooh.
That's what I think. And then on Wednesday, the Gut Man.
Right.
That'll probably be our last show for the week, right?
Yeah,
We're
because
gonna be-
you're going to be gone Thursday, Friday, and then Monday.
So we'll be doing reruns during
Yeah.
that. Don't worry, we'll pick really good ones. Justin will, and we'll get that going for you, so you won't have in total complete absence of the 404.
Right.
All right, that's gonna do it for us. Thanks again for tuning in. 866-404-CNET's the number to call, or the 404.@cnet.com is
There you go.
email. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm Jeff Bacalar.
I'm Bridget Carey.
And I'm Justin Yu.
It's a 404 high tech low brow. Have a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.